Hello, my darlings. Marja West here. This is Love, Truth, and Beauty, and this is episode 423. And today I have my good friend, my one of my soul brothers off of One Great Work Network, who has his own work, the Great Work Experience, and also Eigenpad. Glenn Tram, welcome. It's been a few years since
Yes,
we've gotten together, and I always knew that you were up to some amazing things because the last time we talked, you said that you had a bunch of things cooking, and I knew it. And so the cooking is in the creation of
yes,
solutions easily accessible to undertake the great work, to undertake shadow work, to undertake the possible solutions and beyond to all of this matrix treachery rather than focusing in on the matrix treachery, which is
yeah,
what most people do and erroneously believe that is shadow work, and it
yeah.
is not.
No,
So I
thank you,
welcome
thank
you.
you, thank you, Maria. Thank you for inviting me again into your onto your platform. Yes, for those who don't know me, my name is Glenn Tram, and I'm from the greatworkexperience.com. I'm part of the One Great Work Network, and I do have a show indeed. It's called Embodied, and that is like a more on life, you can say live classes, a live show, like a live show for Dutch speaking audience. Yeah. So, yeah. So I indeed, Maria, I was busy with some things here. Well, to name a few, I am busy with my second book. For those who don't know, I have one book. It's called The Anarchos, which is about anarchy. It's a solution-based book. It talks about natural law, how we could bring that about into our current lifetime, because a lot of people don't believe that is even possible. Um, so and busy with that. I'm busy with the second book, right? That is so the first one was about is already there on Amazon. You can buy it for seven, I think it's 7,888. So it's $8.88, I think. And if you want to buy the digital version, I think it's 777. And there's a hardcover, and I think that one is the most beautiful one, the hardcover version. And that is 2121. I think it's so all of them are symbolic numbers. And like if you understand some symbology, of course you do, but I'm talking to the audience, then you will understand as well these numbers that have been chosen. But the idea is to bring the reader, to start bringing the reader to a certain types of realization of their own potential and own freedom, right?
Mhm.
And from that, I decided now to start also a university. And this is not a university of men paper. It's a university of degree of consciousness, I call it,
Love
right? So you can go there to the greatworkexperience.com/university, and then you will see the university and people can apply for it. Now, what Maria was, what you were talking about actually was about the courses. I have created two courses that people can follow, right? One for their own healing, dealing with their own trauma, and then we're going to have fun doing it even. So it's going to be uh, you have to be engaged in it because it's going to be tough, but it's going to be fun because we're going to use tarot. So it's combining tarot with somatic psychology, and it's going to combine as well NLP. So it's three disciplines that has been brought together into this single course. And we have a practitioner version, which means actually you can practice on yourself and heal yourself first. And then we have a master uh, that goes after that, which is specifically for those who want to help others as well, right? So, and I was really thinking about it, and bring it into the attention of your audience, and also, to discuss it a little bit in your show, because the university, we're going to be creating solutions where your audience and my audience, we can come together into one place and discuss the things that matters. Not, talking about the prison and talking about how beautiful the bars are, and we have to remove this. Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
crazy how the truth community has become so focused on the things that are going wrong, instead of
Exactly.
focusing energy on the solutions, and bringing, and the solution is always started with the self. So
Hmm.
internal transformation is the key, right? Because even if you say, well, AI is going to take over this and take over that, I don't I think the human consciousness is one of because I'm a programmer myself, so I understand that the
Hmm.
IE only follows our own consciousness.
Indeed. Indeed.
So if our consciousness is crappy, right? The input of the IE is crappy,
Hmm.
so the output is crappy.
Hmm.
Period. So
Yes.
it's not going to solve anything.
Yeah.
If anything, if we don't change ourselves, it's going to become our worst nightmare, because it mirrors. I would always say all this technology mirrors our consciousness.
I agree with that completely.
So
Completely.
even AI, it mirrors your thinking. So
Yes.
because
And
sometimes
your
I
want
talk,
for convenience too. And
yeah,
because that's what I hear over and over again from people is that, well, it's convenient. Well, it's convenient. Why is it convenient for you? Because you're too lazy
yeah,
to go the extra step. And,
yeah,
it, the technology picks up on that laziness.
yeah, yeah. But not only that, like these technologies, I understand that a certain type of convenience is not bad, but the
Mhm.
problem becomes when people start to become too much reliable on them,
Indeed.
right? And there is something that pretty much worries me a little bit, is that normally when you have a question in your mind, right? When you have a
Mhm.
question in your mind, normally you yourself think about it. Okay, then the next step would be you go and search for reliable sources, maybe to get more information about it. Nowadays, people don't do these things. They just go to Google. First of all, they went to Google,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
And then they are going to ChatGPT. So
exactly.
they don't even exercise their thinking process anymore. They just
Indeed.
go and ask
Indeed.
the questions. That's it.
I'm not going there. I haven't
Yeah.
gone there. I've
Yeah.
I've been tempted. I've been tempted, and it's like, no, 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 no. You know?
Yeah, but the thing is that they are not like, I have my regimen every day. You wake up, you meditate, you do your I have a regimen, a daily regimen that I follow, right? It is good for my mind. It's good for my
Hmm.
health. So I go as well.
Hmm.
We
Would
need
you
to
share that
train.
with us?
Yes, so and this is something that as well I want to bring to the university, because I want to follow I have a holistic approach, not only in terms of the way of understanding life and the way of dealing with your own consciousness, but this also how we're gonna deal with your body, the vessel that where
Mm.
the consciousness lives into. So like
Hmm.
your what we call them the soul lives into, right?
Yes.
So I will go to the because I eat once a day. I follow what they call the OMAD, yeah, the
Yes.
OMAD,
Me as
yeah.
well.
But then on top of that, I am vegan as well. I started as meat eating, go to vegetarianism, and then now veganism,
Hmm.
right? And I have a very strict, and I do yoga and I do normal bodybuilding exercises, but that is for the longevity of things. Um, because I'm studying what they call then Medunater, which is the ancient language of the Egyptians, the hieroglyphs. In
Hmm.
English, they call it hieroglyphs. So I came to understand certain ideas, certain things that these people were doing, and especially the priest class.
Okay.
And what I found right now, and this is something that in one of my meditations, like kind of like downloaded somewhere, is that these entities they are kind of like really disappointed in the human race because before humanity was really looking for immortality. So they are really looking for the elixir of life or for the philosopher's stones. You will see all kinds of theories, all kinds of things, because they're really looking for that, that which gives you eternal life. Now, when you talk to people, they think that, yeah, they're not going to live more than 80 years. And it's not true, you know? So I'm almost 50, right? But I feel 20, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah.
But it is specifically because I have a certain type of regimen. So,
Yes.
and it is the development of the mind, but also the development of the heart, but also the development of the body,
Yes.
right? So we have to
It's
focus
got to
on
be
all.
coordinated.
Yes. So it doesn't matter if people will say, well, I don't know, it's too much, blah. But if we start somewhere, you know, just not everybody will be at the same. That's why it's a university of degrees of consciousness, right? So we're not going to have like the worldly papers and degrees that people, but you will have people at different stage in their life be in the same classroom, having their own process. And then I want to provide quality, right? Not only quantity, but also quality of transformation.
Hmm.
And I think we can start doing that through this platform, through this university, and and I call it university because it's called the University of the Ancient Elder, but the university is not relating to a university of the government. It's the university. Actually, I think personally they stole that name. Universe is the
Hmm.
single,
I
yeah.
agree.
So it's saying that at the end, the universe itself is going to teach you and transform you. And so, because actually you wake yourself up, it's not like we just point the way in a sense, right?
Hmm.
But at the
Hmm.
end, it is you and the universe. It's going to do the work, the internal work. So I know a lot of people think that it's hard and it is impossible, whatever, that people cannot change and all those kind of excuses that I hear. But people can be changed, and it just takes the will to change, right?
Indeed.
So we have these two courses coming up, and hopefully I will have my dear friend Maria as well as part of the the solution. And
I'm excited about this.
yeah, and yeah, and we will be, and I will be hooking you up in everything I'm doing, so you know as well, and we can keep targeting the group of people that really want to transform, that really want to be a difference in the world. That is what we are aiming for. That's what I'm aiming for, and so yeah. I will provide, like you will see on the screen, all the information that you need for these courses, and we will provide as well. It's going to be also one-on-one, so one-on-one, group wise, one-on-one, and self-study, and it's tough.
Hmm.
It's because we're going to take you from zero to hero, like literally from zero to
I
hero.
love it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. It's victim to victorious.
yes, yes, yeah. So based on that, I just want to have a little chit chat with you because we didn't talk for a long time. But I wanted to just, I just wanted to, because in the few couple of years we were more focusing on broadcasting the information out there, sharing in a quantitative way
Yes.
the great work. What was your experience? And I wanted to just talk about your experience about that, because I have my experience as well, but what is your experience about the people who kind of like listen to your message? How did they react on that? Or did you have any people who come to you and say, well, that's changed my life, or anything? I mean, like, because yeah, I'm broadcasting and I see views,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
for the rest, I don't like. I hear a few of them contacted me, or a few of them being angry at me, sending angry fucking emails.
A
I don't
lot
know what
of
the
a
fuck. I
lot
mean,
of
like,
anger, a lot of anger,
yeah,
and a lot of anger about people are frustrated. It seems to me that they're more frustrated about what distractions are going on
yeah,
rather than being interested in the solutions. So that is part of my frustration in and I've been changing up my platform. I think it was in 2022 I decided I could no longer do the twice weekly videos every
yeah,
week.
yeah,
Year in and year, I did it for 2, 3 seasons, and then I was done because I was getting so much hate mail about, well, you need to talk about this and this and this. It's like the excitement and the energy was more focused upon talking about the horrors and the shit shows, and
yeah,
more government is slavery rather than focusing in on what I want to focus in on, which is the shadow
shadow,
work, the
shadow work. Yeah,
solutions, the solutions based trajectories that we need to be focusing in on, whether that focus is on health or mindset, learning to think properly,
yeah,
learning how to unwind mind control, because that's important. So the whole thing with the trivium and the quadrivium, natural law, the hermetic principles, I went into those directions and got a lot of backlash.
yeah.
um, People accusing me, well, we already know this. Bullshit. You don't know it. If you
No,
know it,
you
you
do
would
it.
not be focusing in on bullshit.
Yeah. And not only that, there is a saying, I think it was in the East, that is knowing without doing is not knowing. I
Indeed.
don't know who said
Indeed.
that, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it says that I completely agree with that. If you don't do it, you don't understand, because
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
very important aspect of being.
Yes.
Yeah. So in one of my monographs, I talk about being. So it's about putting into practice what you've learned, because
Yes.
otherwise it's
That's
like, indeed,
integration.
they didn't like, people will uh, they will put a lot of value on knowledge, and I understand why. I mean, it's
Hmm.
important to have knowledge, but it is even more important to understand knowledge, because if you have a bunch of data in your mind, and you cannot do anything with it, or you don't understand it, how to rightfully apply it in your life, then what's the point? What's the point putting so much shit in your brain anyway? You
Yes.
know. It is about not only understanding this concept of natural law, and this concept of changing yourself, and changing and help change the reality that we are living in
Hmm.
right now. Is
Yes.
a reality of slavery. We want to change it
Yeah.
to a reality of freedom of
Indeed.
choice, freedom
But people want to focus it in on being slaves and
yes,
all of the different elements of slavery. It's like I'm sick of this shit.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
just sick of it. I can't. I completely tune it out, and I'm of that age where I've been at this for so long. I get totally, totally like uh,
it's enough.
I can feel my consciousness recede from that kind of company. I can't do it. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just really not gonna do it.
I understand that because I don't give, I call these people as well kind of like vampires.
Hmm.
They are
Indeed.
vampires. Like
Indeed.
for me, they are like draws. Like
Yes.
like
Yeah. And
they
they're
suck
only
up.
contributing more to the enslavement of
Yeah,
humanity.
yeah.
When
And it
your
is
focus
because
is on that, it doesn't work. You have to
yeah,
be solutions based.
yeah, and it is because the initiation is garbage. I'm sorry. This is the real reason why they have a few things. They have heard a few things.
Hmm.
Some of these things they understand very well. Some of them are less well understood. And there are still doubts in the heart, right? In the mind,
Yes.
in the heart.
Yeah.
And because of that, they are trying to, in a sense, the work needs to be integrated. You have to become godlike. That is
Yes.
basically how it does. And then as
Indeed.
long as you're not that, you didn't understand anything.
No, it's very true. The
Because
heart is the first eye, kids.
yeah,
You start there. You start
yeah,
there, and
transforming it. Yeah,
yes, yes. So the
yeah,
coordination, I call it heart, mind, body, soul, spirit coordination. Each
yeah,
one of those components, that is our whole being. And
yeah,
if they're speaking different languages and they're off here, they're off every which way, you don't have that integration. You're going to be distracted, separated from yourself. One part of you is not going to be knowing what the other part is doing.
yeah.
And that is what the powers that want to be. That's exactly what they want because they're going to be able to harvest each one of those junctures.
And people don't understand this, Myra, that if you do not, let's say, work on yourself, and if you do not transform yourself, if you don't do none of these things, you are being manipulated. Now, this is something that people do. They think they are not, and
Hmm.
I find it so funny. I would say to people in front of their fucking eyes, I'm a magician, and I I will I will even tell them I'm going to manipulate you. You do not even because you do not understand how it works.
Hmm.
As long
Yeah.
as you do not understand how it works,
Yeah.
you are being manipulated by the
Yeah.
system,
Yeah.
right? Even if you think, oh, I'm against it in a certain level, you're still doing things that they want you to do. You
Hmm.
don't even know
Yeah.
that. So you
By
need to
pushing up
read.
against it, you're
Yes,
doing it. If
you're
you have
doing
no solution to face it,
exactly. The only solution would be to cancel it out, not talking about it. If in fact, if you talk about it, it becomes even, they will get more power out of it,
yes, yes,
more
yes.
energy out of it.
It's an
So
egregore or a pendulum. You hop
yes,
onto it, you start swinging it, more
and
people
then
get on it. I
and
mean,
then
it's an
nobody talks about
energy harvesting session forever.
exactly forever, and then nobody talks about how we can get out of matrix, how we
Mhm.
can get out of this bullshit, how we
Yeah.
can. But the getting out means working on yourself, and then people don't like that.
Yeah. No, they
This
don't
is the
because they
part.
want
This is the part.
instant gratification.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
the reason why energy work or NLP doesn't work is because you have to do it all the time.
All
This
the
is
time.
not a one-off thing. It is a
No,
practice.
it is a regimen. It is you have to
Absolutely.
you have to bring yourself into dim- um, um, a regimen and into imposed discipline.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is part of the secret. Like this is part of what they were doing in the ancient times.
Hmm. Yes.
So
Yeah.
your eating pattern, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you speak, the way you act, you have to bring yourself into a self-imposed, not somebody else do it,
Hmm.
you do it
Yes.
yourself, discipline, right? And when you understand what to do, when to do it, and based on ancient knowledge, you have all these data, right? And it is what I'm going to bring the user into knowledge of
Mhm.
me and
Mhm.
you, right? When we have that, and then you do that, you can start. You don't have to start rigid. You just start with the things you can do.
Yeah.
And then
Start
you
where
will
you're
see
at.
exactly. And then when you walk the path of the soul, as the fool does
Mhm.
throughout the whole card,
I love
you
that
know.
card.
So if you do that, you will see automatically you start transforming into something better.
Hmm.
And then the only thing that requires is a little bit of will to do it. And then before you know, you're a vegan, eating 1 day a week, training 2, 3 times a day, doing yoga and all these things. And then you don't, it just goes, it goes automatically. But you need to start. That is what I want people to do. So I
Hmm.
want to
Yeah.
show them, I want you and me to go and show them that it is possible to change. We do shadow work. We're gonna have the one-on-one chat if they need that.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have so, but we're going to be very picky on who we're choosing because it's going to take my time, it's going to take your time.
Hmm.
So and a little bit of donation is required, but not really required. I don't require it, but it's one of those things that can show me that people are devoted,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and also we want to bring all these actually to the fingertips. So it's going to be a self-study as well. So you're going to have all these monographs. People can go through them. And it's all being going to be automatic because when as you go through all the because it's knowledge that adds up, right? So
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
beginning, you're gonna have only access to like 2 or 3
Right.
monographs. You read those first, and
Yeah.
then as you read the other ones starting to become available.
Yeah. So it's cumulative.
It's a
That's
cumulative.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to discuss with you as well. And I also wanted to check with you because I don't know if we can, but if it's possible, we can periodically have an interview, right, where we will discuss how we are doing with the whole course and everything as we receive people coming in, right? And we can do it up till next year, once a month or once a week,
Hmm.
depending on what you can do,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then we can, push it online and then every time we will discuss how far we are, etc., how many people we have or whatever, and then and then go all the way to 6th of July. This is going to be next in July 2026 to start. Okay,
Cool.
so that is when the course is going to kickstart, and the practitioner. I was thinking I will leave it open for the students for 6 months. So they'll have 6 months to devour the whole thing, and the master for 3 months.
Hmm.
Well, at least we will be there for them 6 to 3,
Hmm.
and then I think I will leave the monographs for them to study if they want to, and
Wow.
then
So
yeah.
that you are actually putting a timing on the coursework, which is good.
Yeah, yes, because
Yes.
I want them to be focused. And then I will spend my time to discuss the topics that we will be having. I will discuss them, explaining them. They can ask questions if they want, all right? And then they can also, and then I will have the group one, this group version, and then I was
Mhm.
thinking if you can help as well with the one-on-one.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely. So
yeah,
this is great because the 9 month period, this is a
yeah,
gestation of
yeah,
what you're talking about. 6 months, 3 months for the mastery. This is a gestational immersion period
yeah,
of being in a womb container
yeah.
where you are being supplied
Nurture.
nourishment,
Yeah,
solutions,
yeah,
skills, integrating all of that, integrating the information, the knowledge,
yeah.
okay, the
Into the
practice,
self.
the direct experience of it, all of that is going to yield the wisdom. and the
Yeah,
sort of coming back, really coming back to who you really, really, truly are.
yeah, yeah. It is an emergence experience as well. It's like indeed. So we're going to really quality in this 9 months is more about quality. So
Mm-hmm.
actually, I do not mind, and this is something that I will express freely,
Mm-hmm.
to have a small group.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we have 10 people, right? I'm already happy. Obviously, if we have more, we will have to figure out our time, but uh, we will have um, limited seats. Let's put it that
Mm-hmm.
way,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's because we're going to I want to really qualitative wise explain everything so people can really understand, give them the chance to come back to us,
Mm-hmm.
get more information, and yeah, yeah. So yes. So for those who don't know, I am certified as a psychiatrist. So um, I have my membership number on my website. If you go to my bio, you will can see that there. And and I am also certified in NLP and also certified in somatic psychology, right? So that is for those who still kind of like don't know who I am and they don't know what to expect from me. This is what I am. I am also a student of um, ancient orders as well, occult information and ancient Egypt. And well, from my professional side, I was a developer. Now I'm more like a CTO for a Dutch company. And I have as well, well, if we're talking about credentials, MBA and those kind of things for and business and also BA in technology. So I have an MBA and BA in technology, and yeah. So if people know a little bit about my credentials as a professional, which I don't think per se is has anything to do with this thing, but at the end, people always ask me these things, so that's why I give it as a reference. Okay, but at the end, I have been so everything I'm going to be discuss. Me and Myra, we have been through shit shows that we have to deal with ourselves. So, so you
Oh my
have
God.
people,
Well, and I'm
yeah,
still alive,
yeah, and
so
me too. So,
it's just like it's like fascinating too because
yeah,
you will be able to weather threats to your life because you will piss people off,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I did piss a lot of people off, like, but the point is that well, the point that I'm trying to tell people is if I piss you off, something is wrong with
Oh
you
yeah.
because it means that it just the truth cut into your heart somewhere
Mm-hmm.
and it pisses
Yeah.
you off,
Yeah.
right? So that means that I told the truth. This is how I
Yeah.
brought it
Yeah.
back to them.
It's
It's
like,
like
uh-oh.
just go fix yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
by the way, I have a course so you can fix yourself.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think these are important points because culturally, we live in this time where people are just so offended by everything.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to speak to them just so. You have to respond within this time frame. You've got to do this and that. And if you don't do, then you
Yeah,
are, but
they are very
whatever.
much, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Which
yeah.
is crazy actually, but I don't care about that. I mean, like, yeah, I people they don't. The only thing is I don't mind them not liking me either,
I
honestly.
know. I don't really care all that
Yeah,
much.
so I'm
I have
not
a
going to
pretty thick
go.
skin.
Yeah, with me too. So I'm not going to go into this. I come to that age that you're saying about that, like I'm not going to go into this he, she, it, they kind of a thing either. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, I'm just going to talk to you normally as the grammar and the spelling has been taught to everybody, so we can understand each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, and I respect everybody's preferences. In fact, I have a lot of people around me that have different type of preferences. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that those things. The only thing is that are we moral? That's my only concern about all of this is, are we a moral human being,
Indeed.
right?
Indeed.
The moment that we are starting to force things, force anything uh, to other people, being religion, ideas or whatever, I'm like, no. So the only thing that I'm trying to do with my work as well, I think you as well, is that to make people conscious that there's a better way,
Hmm.
but it requires hard work on the self.
Yes. And it
It is
is a
not,
choice. It's a
it is a
choice,
choice.
an
Yeah.
intentional choice.
Yes. Yes, because this is something that people also think like doing nothing, that they are good people if they do nothing. And I introduce in my coming show, because I'm working as well on because now in Holland we have the elections. Okay, so people are voting now, and they are creating new government, what I call them the new slave owners
Oh, yeah.
committee.
Different name.
It's the same same
Yeah, the
garbage.
same.
Yeah, yeah. So so I do have a I will present this how do you call it, the title of the show as well, so you can put it here. And but it's going to be in Dutch for Dutch speaking people. It's going to be in
Hmm.
Dutch because of course I am focusing on the Dutch speaking audience.
Hmm.
So and then we're going to I discussed that there, that the morality is just if you don't know nothing, I call it moral entropy, right? And
Hmm.
I have
Wow.
a
Yes.
formula for it. I have literally a formula for it. So a left brain formula for those who are looking for a formula for everything. Yeah, I need to be mathematically correct or whatever. I created
Yeah.
a formula that tells you that I call it moral entropy. That means that if you do nothing, right? As long as you do nothing, the tendency of the world is going towards moral entropy. That means that people are becoming immoral ultimately. So morality requires constant energy. You have to put
Hmm.
constantly, you have to choose the moral path, the right thing to do, right? So if you do nothing, is not neutral. Doing
Yes.
nothing
No, it
means
is
going,
not neutral.
no, it's not neutral. Doing nothing means going backwards,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So actually you have to choose a path and a
Yes.
direction,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Either you are
The
for the
The
problem.
Russians have a saying. It's pufig. Pufig is whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
It is the complete antithesis
yeah.
of morality.
Morality, yes. Morality, you need to act.
Yes.
It is something that you need to do something for. And I'm here and you're here. We have been in this for a while. And now I just want to make it easier for the people for everyone, to start doing the great work in yourself, but also in the world. So I
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
hopefully, people like the course in such a way that they can also, in a sense, go out there and teach people this, as
Hmm.
much people as possible, and as such, in such transform the world. Yeah, one soul by the time at a time, I
Hmm.
would say.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
It's a labor. It's a labor of love.
It's a labor of love. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I do it with a lot of love. I don't have to be honest.
You know you do.
Sometimes I hate it, right? But in a sense, if it reaches one person,
Hmm.
then I would say it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
because one soul, it means one soul, you
Yeah.
know? So this is how I started as well with my shows. Like, well, first of all, I started with for my kids. But then after that, I was like, okay, so if I just reaches one soul, yeah, it's not enough, obviously, for the world, but we have one soul, you
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
The idea is just to keep on working, keep on doing the great work, and and we will get there. People will awaken to the idea that freedom is above all the most important thing.
Hmm.
Now people think that freedom is having a government, which is weird idea. I don't even understand why people
So
think like
it
that.
it it just so it baffles me.
This
It
baffles me too. Yeah,
baffles
yeah,
me, and I've been hearing it for so long over the course of my life, and
yeah.
I don't get it. Nobody is coming to save us kids.
No, no, no. They're waiting on government or on Jesus. There's two people they really love to wait on Jesus and and the government. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I was in the last season of Eikenpot, which is Eikenpot, by the way, for those who don't know, Eikenpot is Dutch word, and it means your own path,
own path.
right? So because I in that I just teach people a lot of things of the occult, and bring them into their own self-development and self-realization. I actually so in the last season, I was talking about the Bible. I discussed the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and yeah, all the
Wow.
books, everything. Yeah, yeah. I
Wow.
just took the whole thing on there because I was so tired. People telling shit about, yeah, and it is written in the Bible, because there is a part of the Dutch people are very religious, which
Hmm.
is weird. Some of them are not, but many of them are practitioners of the religion itself,
Hmm.
and some of them are more like, but they have their Christian faith. You know what I mean? So on not like the Protestant belief system started in Germany, of course, but it went into it was based on a Dutch ideology. Erasmus was the one who like kind of like started the ideas,
Hmm.
and Martin Luther took it uh, to further and reform the whole church, and then kind of like deny the Catholic Church ideologies, right? But it's the same garbage, okay?
Hmm.
So because
Yes.
they still didn't bring back the Divine Mother, the Mother Mary, which is one of the aspect of the divine motherhood, but they changed the Holy Ghost, which is the Isis, which is should be Isis. They
Hmm.
changed it to a ghost. So in a sense, it's like they kill the feminine aspect of divinity, right?
Yeah.
And then make it a masculine, you can say a masculine religion, and then in transforming that, it stayed a masculine religion, right? They didn't do anything except for removing some text and adding some things, or illustrating it better, quote
Yes.
unquote,
For
and telling
convenience.
for convenience, yeah, of course, for their purpose and for their agenda. So there was a whole history in there, and we still like in Holland, they are still like very much into this Protestant, like the royal family is Protestant. They cannot be Catholic because that would imply that they are under the Pope. And
Hmm.
then if you don't want to be under the Pope, then you're not a Catholic. Then you have to, because the royal family, the king is the head of the church,
Hmm.
portraying and representing a messianic figure, being the head of the
Right, right.
church
The
and the head,
sovereign.
the sovereign. Yeah, right. So yeah, so I discussed that all this thing in Eigenpad, and yeah. So and I explicitly try to explain them that there will be nobody coming, and this is all allegories. All this has been written by occult people, like
Yeah.
people like
How did that
dark
go
occult.
over? How did that go over?
Nah, they don't. They didn't like too much.
Oh
Uh,
man.
and
Yeah.
I even heard people like, because in one of my uh, you can say advertisement for the show, I was putting out there that I would just say it just blatantly. It was like, I'm a magician, right? And
I love it.
and one person just came to me and says like, Yeah, yeah, but you lost me on the magician because it's a bit spooky. All it's like,
Oh my
uh,
goodness, yes.
people are
This is part of
so
the hijacking that,
yeah,
we were
it's so
talking about.
indoctrinated about the idea. So indoctrinated about the idea that it's all evil. It's all And but on the one end, it's sad, but on the other end, I was really laughing because it just it's crazy how people think, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we really need to like like knowledge is not evil or good. Knowledge is knowledge. Is what you do with it. It's
Hmm.
going to make a difference.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah,
Or what you don't do with it.
exactly. What you
And
don't do with it
also,
as well.
if people actually knew the power that each one of us has, we have been imbued with the power to create formless into form. You
Yes,
can't get more magician than that. We
exactly.
just
I
have to
mean,
remember how to do it.
exactly. And not only that, I mean, like the word magician has been also very much misunderstood, like because it's of course in the you get magicians or illusionists and those kind of things.
Hmm.
People kind
Yes,
of like associate that with that. But
yes.
actually,
Yeah.
being magic is just going from A to B, just making sure that
Hmm.
something goes from A to B. Now, the question is, are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it in service of of divinity, of
Yes,
nature, right?
yes,
So are you doing it based on your ego or you're doing it in service of the laws of nature? Right? And obviously, from my end, I'm doing it in service of the laws of nature. I'm just trying to bring to the consciousness of men,
hmm,
right, the laws that govern the universe, right, and also by extension their behavior as well, right. So the moment you bring that to the consciousness of men, and that person accepts truth, that is magic.
hmm.
That is magic. This is not, it's not, that's even good magic.
Yeah.
That's called higher magic, like Marcus also said that. Like, but if that change is for somebody's selfish, you know, garbage ideas like the dark occult people do,
Hmm.
that is black magic, which is they
Yes.
do all the time, which is manipulating people through
Yeah, yeah,
commercials, through marketing, through
exactly.
symbolism and all these things all the time on the TV, and with their crooked and twisted ideas,
Yes,
corrupted. That is magic, is black magic nonetheless, but it is magic
yes.
because
Yeah,
people are now going to act.
yeah,
So if you don't act according to the laws of nature, you automatically act according to the laws of the occult
yes. Everything can be
and evil.
inverted. Everything
Yes,
can be inverted,
yeah.
you know.
So yeah, that is a little bit what I wanted to talk to you, and I hope the audience as well enjoyed it. And I don't know if
Well,
you have anything.
I am excited, and I
Yeah,
do. I want to participate because this is I'm going through a transition
yeah,
where um I cannot in my as I am now, I
yeah,
can no longer sit still and be party to the ongoing shit shows of human atrocities. I don't want to focus in on that anymore. There's plenty of people who want to listen to that all day
yeah,
long. Go. But
yeah,
I can't do it anymore
yeah,
simply because I don't have the capacity to do it, and my my strengths lie in solutions.
yeah,
I'm a very,
yeah.
very, very good listener, but the bottom line is that when you expose yourself to that, I've kind of reached my limit,
Yeah.
is that I don't want to hold the space to hear that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
There are other people out there that can do it, and I really want to focus more on solutions
Solving it.
and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and uh, tapping into those solutions and sharing them. I like what you said, that we can have fun with this.
Yes.
Shadow work does not have to be a complete fucking
Stressful thing.
drag. It
No.
doesn't have to be like that.
In fact, I sometimes even make joke about myself, like things
Yes.
that I used to do, you know,
Yeah.
and because what people a lot of time forget, and this is the beauty of the tarot. That's why I bring the tarot into it,
Hmm.
because the fool, right?
Yes.
He is a fool, right? A fool, actually, it means an idiot, right? Yes, it does mean an idiot. But you know what is an idiot actually? A lot of people don't even understand what a fucking idiot means. It means that you lack knowledge about yourself,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
which is a
And you don't
weird,
know necessarily about the dangers that you are
no,
embarking upon.
no,
It's
you don't know that.
innocence.
It's
It's
very, it's
innocence.
innocence. Yeah. So you don't know these things. So yes, so we didn't come to the world as fucking geniuses, you know what I mean? We come to the world with the potential to be fucking geniuses, but it wasn't promised to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that's why in your life you did good things and you did bad things, and the
Hmm.
ones were good, you got the reward, and the ones that were bad,
Yeah. I
you
fucked up
learned
a
your
lot.
lesson, hopefully. Yeah, you learned your lesson, hopefully. So yes, we are here to experience and have a good time, but it needs to be a freedom, and
Hmm.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Everything, I say always, everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial, right? So we need to start understanding that.
Yeah.
That is the lesson, the number one lesson actually, right? So some things are yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but there are consequences to everything you do.
Indeed. In
And
consequences.
consequences everything you do. And as long, I say, I put this always kind of like a smaller letter or a bigger letter even. Like as long as you don't fuck up the life of other people.
Indeed.
Because
Yeah.
doing what you want is good, but do not
Yeah.
fuck up other people's life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think they are not doing that by doing nothing. But most of the time, by doing nothing, you're fucking up other people's
Oh, yes,
opportunities,
you are. Yes, you
and
are.
also by voting and paying taxes and all this kind of shit that makes our life a fucking living hell.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is the point. That is the point that a lot of people don't understand. So yes, most of us are
Yeah.
fucking other people's life by
Yeah.
doing these things.
Yeah.
You
Your
know,
compliance is
is
a weapon,
yes, that is
and
the only thing they
a lot of
want
people
actually.
comply out of convenience.
Yeah, 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 yeah. As long as they eat, there's not a problem. But I always tell people as well, like, because they have this erroneous idea that YOLO, they walk around and say YOLO, YOLO. I will say YOLO my fucking ass. You're not living once and that's it. You are coming back with karmic consequences, you motherfucker. And then you're
Yeah.
making, so they are actually walking around thinking that I'm living once, I'm going to do whatever I want to enjoy life right now, right? And actually fuck everybody else. But this
Yes.
is not good
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
not living once, you're coming back. And I hope you come back and
Well,
suffer
and
even
that's the
fucking more.
thing. That's the thing. There are those that will claim they're only going to live once.
Yeah,
And then there are those that fuck things up because they
yeah,
know they can come back and fuck it up again
yeah.
ad nauseum. And
This
for me,
psychopaths, yeah,
I, I'm not coming back. I'm going to escape this matrix because that's the other thing that uh, is part of what I've been endeavoring to teach over the last 40
yeah.
years is
Yeah,
that
you can escape the law. Yeah.
the
Not well, not the
incarnation trap
incarnation process. Yeah. Yeah. You can
is
escape that. Yeah.
part of the powers that want to be and their
Well,
agenda. It's
I can,
permanent food for them. So the
yeah.
importance to wake the fuck up and do the work
Yeah.
to uplevel your existence so that you can be more godlike and therefore escape the hell realms of the matrix
Yeah.
with this knowledge, this integration, this wisdom. You
Yeah.
have to
Well,
start.
the
You have
only
to
way to
start the
escape
work.
it, actually in the ancient Egyptian, the Book of the Dead,
Mm-hmm.
actually that's the key actually to escape
Yes.
the whole karmic wheel. But the idea is that I will share it with the audience. Like for those who are watching now, they are in luck, right? So the way to escape it is to have a light heart. That is when that is the whole ma'at, ma'at with the feather
Mm-hmm.
balance. And so, for those who don't know the story, when in ancient Egyptian, the myth is telling us that when someone dies, the ba'at, so like the soul of the individual, goes into duat, which is then you can say the underworld, and then there they will encounter Anubis, which is Peter in the Christian mythology, right? They will encounter Anubis, and Anubis will bring you in front of Ma'at, and your heart will be weighted, meaning it will weighted against a feather. Your heart will be weighted against a feather, into the balance of Ma'at, they will call it. And Ma'at is the goddess of the law of the universe, divine law. Okay, and that's why the balance is there as well. So if the heart is not too heavy, meaning, if you are not so attached to material things, that
There
is
it
the
is.
translation of it.
There it is.
You should not have any material attachment in any capacity, because that would weight it weight too heavy.
Indeed.
And then if it is weighted, if it is heavy, you will come back. If it is not heavy, you go up, and the story goes is that you become a star or planet or whatever. So you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
become
Mm-hmm.
even more sovereign. Okay. So that tells a lot. In that story alone, there's a lot of things to unpack in there.
Oh yeah,
For
there
those who
is.
really want, yeah, for those who really want, I would say just go and sign up, right? You can sign up for the course, send an email, info@thegreatworkexperience.com. And for you, Myra, info at what was your email again?
Great work. Uh, oh, Dakini Kiss. That's where everything is going. Dakinikiss at gmail.com.
The
Yeah, we'll
Kinik
have
is
all of Glenn's information in the show
yeah.
notes.
Yeah,
Uh,
but people, your audience can go and register it at your end as well. We keep in contact. Obviously, everything is going to be perfectly fine. So what I want people to understand is that we will provide all this information. I mean, I have this information for a Dutch speaking audience. I have a lot of information already. You can go, that is for free. Everything is for free. It will, but for this one, we just want to have quality. So for if you say, well, quantity is good, I don't need anything. I am very much a elevated soul. Some people think about that of themselves. But if you are humble like me, I wouldn't mind having some extra explanations, and go through things a little bit more slow so I
mm-hmm.
can
Mm-hmm.
really digest it,
Yeah,
right? So yes, so for those people who really want that experience, and they are welcome. The gates are open I call it a temple, all right? So yeah, so I hope to see a lot of you there. I will be putting this is going to be on your channel, but also on my channel. So yeah, that's going to be awesome, right? So
very,
we
very
want
cool.
at least 10 people at least, for it to go through. And I think we are going to. I already have like 6 or 7. Okay. So yeah,
Exciting.
yeah,
Exciting. Yay. So, what's our time? Oh, okay. So,
yeah, yeah.
anything else that you want to add before we close? We don't,
No,
yeah,
that's it. That
that's
is for me.
wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wonderful. I want to go
That
through the
is.
course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously, everybody like, so you're going to have access, obviously,
I'm
so you
just
can go
like,
through it.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's okay.
I, I think the whole excitement for me, I am the perpetual student.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that. Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
one of the things that I'm doing is I am actually rewriting my books
yeah.
because
That's good.
what I started 20 years ago, when I
You
started
learn way
writing,
more. Yeah,
I was 44. I'm
Yeah.
not that same person now. At 66, I am a completely different woman. I
Yeah.
made some premises that were a little fucked up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, my naivete
Well, the
took over,
the book was called
effed wide
fucked
open.
F wide open.
So,
Yeah.
and be careful what you title things because,
Yeah.
shit, the words that you speak actually come about,
Become.
come
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
But
the
I
spoken
still
word.
love it though. I still love,
No,
honestly. I
it
think,
still is applicable, but
yeah.
for me,
I
um,
know
truth is important. So to
yeah.
come clean and
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
share not just what I have to come clean about, but the upswelling, if you will,
Yeah.
of what's come about, what actually got revealed in these erroneous or naive conclusions, or
Yeah.
I put forth. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's rich, it's humbling because
Yeah.
consciousness is not a one-off, like you were talking
No,
about, the
no, you
varying
grow.
degrees of consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a
So,
one-off.
but it is nice because look, this is perfect because I actually this is already class 101 because this is how it works as well. Like you have certain type of understanding
Mhm,
now, and the way you go through the process, it will be, you go through the fire of Sekhmet, I say, like
mhm.
it's going to purify and make it more from lead to gold as alchemy, right? So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
takes the idea and it makes it more worthy, right?
Hmm.
So you become more conscious and actually I think personally, I think you still have the same, the way I experience this is I have the same fire, but before, when I was younger, it was a wildfire.
Yes, it was all
So
consuming.
all consuming. So now when you become mature, right? Right? You have it but a more controlled way. You
Hmm.
hone,
Yes.
now you have the power, you really have it under control. It is yours to command the way you want it to. Because that is the whole purpose of it as well. Is to
Yes.
teach you
Yes.
to become in control of your mind, your speech, your heart, and your actions, right?
Hmm.
So we're going to be discussing this very much also in the course. So what is the four? I will introduce something that a lot of people misunderstand and misinterpret. Yeah, so it's the framework. I call it like the meta framework, right?
Hmm.
It is the framework of all frameworks. It will bring about and it will give clarity instantly about many of occult ideas immediately and put the person immediately on a fast track to greatness, to victory, what
Cool.
you say, right?
Cool.
So everybody will have, obviously, I will send you the materials before we even start. So you will have it as well, of course, and then everybody will have those monographs as well in the course. So yeah, for the rest, I have nothing else to say. I think we can, after this, we can make an agreement on our next show. But yeah,
Yes. Yeah,
this is
this
it.
is cool. This is way cool. This is exactly what I was intending to the universe and
Yeah,
really putting out there the the a shift into what I would call higher alignment.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
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 and
yeah. It's
ask and
for
ye
sure
shall
it's there.
receive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure it's there.
all
Yeah.
right, my love. Well, thank you, Glenn. This has been
No.
just really wonderful and inspiring, and I feel like kind of bubbly and effervescent, which is good.
Yeah, it's because, okay, guys, because she already saw the content, she already saw a lot
I'm
of
just
things
like,
already.
it's
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So we will
yeah.
have Glenn's information on all of it in the show notes below. And thank you all for joining us. And so until next time. Here is
Thank you.
to your love, truth, and beauty. Okay. Bye bye for now, sweethearts.
Bye bye.